Hello, Raphael Bob-Waksberg.
Hello.
And thank you for being with us here in Annecy's Animation Film Festival.
Of course, thank you.
Of course, but yet I guess this is your first time here.
Yes, so not of course. What a surprise, here I am. Yes, my first time, I'm loving it.
And how is it, how our little animation film festival is perceived from the other side of the world? Because I guess you've heard of us.
Oh yes. Well, all I've heard is that this is the place. This is the main event. This is, if anyone who cares about animation, this is the place to be. And it always felt like a long way to go. And now that I'm here, it was a long way to go, but I'm glad I'm here and I don't want to leave. I don't want to take the long way back home.
Well, you have lots of things to live and share and experience here. Mm-hmm. Starting yesterday, actually, you had a signing session here in the Forum of Bonlieu with, I guess, a lot of fans. Yeah. How did it go?
Terribly. No, it was wonderful. It was, you know, a lot of what we do in animation is especially now, is we make stuff and then we put it on a streaming service or on a TV or online somewhere, and we don't get to experience people actually enjoying it. And so that's one of the reasons like a festival like this is so wonderful, is we get to screen our work and be there with people watching it and feel that reaction in real time. And so when I get to meet my fans, it's another version of that. And I get to actually meet these people that my work has meant something to, because sometimes it feels like I'm putting my work into a bottle and then putting that bottle into a tube and just jettisoning it off into space. And then to come here and see, oh, the bottle landed on a planet and the bottle broke and there were seeds in the bottle, and look at these beautiful trees that have planted, if that makes sense. If you're wondering, is my English good? That didn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense in English either, don't worry. You didn't miss anything.
No, it makes perfect sense, actually, because it's indeed a festival of seeds and blooming, and you'll see a lot of people drawing in corners, in corridors. Oh,
that was one of the wonderful things about meeting the fans, is so many of them are artists, and they came and they brought me little drawings they'd made of me or of my characters, and it was really exciting, and it felt like, oh, a communication is happening here.
And actually there are the next Pierre Coffin or Carlos Saldana. There's a lot of next people, next generation here.
Yes, it reminded me of my good friend and colleague Lisa Hannawalt, who I have made many of my shows with, including my new one, Long Story Short. And when she was younger, she used to go to festivals and events like this one and draw the people and give them to them as gifts. And so receiving these gifts now, I felt like, oh, these are the future Lisa Hannawalts. Someday someone will be giving you a gift of their version of your work.
She's been an important turn in your life.
Yes.
If I'm not wrong, you were not made for school. Not really, but when you met her in theater production,
yes,
it's made you bloom, actually.
Sure. I don't want to give her too much credit. It wasn't just her. It's very convenient now that we remain friends to think, oh, she was the main thing. But no, she was one of my friends in high school and someone who I really felt I understood and understood me. And I am fortunate enough to have a handful of people that I've met in my life that from the first conversation, it just feels like, oh, we are on the same wavelength. And that's when that happens, it's a wonderful thing, and you want to hold on to it.
It's beautiful to be in Annecy, and for first time, you come here. First day, you sign and meet the fan. Second day, you have a masterclass session. Mm-hmm. Can you? It's gonna happen in a few minutes. Can you enlighten us, share with us what you are about to share and show?
Well, no, I want you to come to the masterclass. I'm not going to give it to you for free.
That's right.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's the beauty of live events, is that anything can happen. But it's going to be a conversation about my life and my work, and hopefully I will be able to share a little bit of my process and my history and why I do the things I do and how I do the things I do.
So we're going to have to wait and follow you and listen to you. But yes, that's fine.
Okay. If I could say it all right here in 2 minutes, then I wouldn't need to do the masterclass.
I'm not asking for a summary, indeed. Okay. Just maybe one single guiding principle about narrative or life, maybe, that any pretending animator or narrator should listen to.
Yes. This is the one piece of advice that I always give to young writers usually, but probably this is true for artists and animators as well, is if you want to work on something, turn off your internet and turn off your phone for a few hours, because it's so easy to get distracted and sucked into things. Give yourself the space to actually focus on your work. And if you want to look something up for a reference, don't. Put a little note, look this up later. Or a little doodle of this, figure this part out later, and just let yourself be free with your work and nothing else.
Thank you for this. Long Story Short is coming up next August on Netflix. Is it all done and ready, or are you here scouting for fine and last settings?
Oh, no, it's done. The season, we made the whole season, and now we're just teasing you by not putting it out yet. We could show it to you tomorrow, but you're gonna have to wait till August 22nd. We've made the whole season, and I'm really excited for here at Annecy is we're gonna show it to people for the first time. We're showing the first episode at this class that I'm about to do, and it'll be my first time watching it with an audience. It'll be, we'll see if it's good or if it's bad. We'll all discover together.
Have you heard about Annecy's audience? The way it behaves and how it is passionate and...
Yes, I think so. What should I have heard?
About planes, about rabbits?
Oh, yes, I'm aware of the planes.
Okay. Well, it will definitely be a specific experience.
Okay. So if there are no planes, I should be very nervous.
It's never been seen.
So this could be the first. This could be the first no plane screening. Everyone goes, no, I don't think so.
Actually,
I'm going to save this plane for something else.
Actually, planes are flying, starting the beginning all the time, don't worry.
Got it. So if there's a lot of planes at the beginning and then they slow down, then I'll know, what is going in the wrong direction? I gotta do something to bring the planes back up.
If they send planes during the screening, that's the wrong sign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're trying to hit something.
Or to say,
Enough, yes. Yeah, it's over. I went to a show once where there was an opening act of a comedian, and he went so long and everyone wanted to get to the main event that everyone just started clapping to get him to shut up. But he thought he was killing, and so he just did more and more, and then people tried to drown him out with the applause, like, you're done, you're done. And he just kept, he's like, this is the greatest night of my life. He really didn't get the message. So that could be me today, we'll see.
No, I'm sure you and the audience will be perfectly aligned.
Okay.
Many Annecy's entries push narrative purely through design and motion, like Gint's Zalbiladis Flow that was screening out yesterday, with minimal dialogue. What's one moment in your own projects that you wish you could have conveyed without words, and how would you tackle it in maybe a visual short?
That's great. I don't know if I have a good answer for that, but I do know it is something that I think about a lot, and something that I'm very grateful for my work in animation, for being an education for me in that, because I actually come from the world of theater originally. I was a playwright, and so a lot of my work is very dialogue focused. And this show too is very dialogue focused, but we wanted to be aware of, once we set the tone for that, how can we contrast that with moments of silence, moments of not talking, moments of expression, of feeling, of presentation. And I'm very lucky to have worked with some beautifully brilliant animators and artists on all my shows, and then have the wisdom, I think, to step out of the way sometimes and say, okay, why don't you do something here? Or sometimes work something into my script, and I'm like, I don't quite know how this is gonna look. I wanna see how it looks. There are a few moments like that on the new show that I'm very excited about. Or we had, this is not answering your question. This is, because you asked, what would I do differently? And I'm giving you examples of what I did well. But there was one moment towards the end of BoJack Horseman where we wrote a stage direction of Diane is watching BoJack on TV. And I think we said something like, Diane's face registers a mix of shame and disgust and affection and pride and guilt. I said, good luck, animators. And they did it. And if you watch the episode, you go, yeah, it's all those things. yeah, that's exactly what I'm feeling right now. And so, I didn't want to micromanage that process. I wanted to let the artists show me what that meant. And so more and more, I try to trust my collaborators and not say, this is how this is going to be, but here's what I'm looking for. Let's let this moment breathe and see what happens.
You are the seed giver and you let the soil bloom.
That's a beautiful way of putting it, yes.
What's the boldest thematic risk you've ever considered for a series or an episode? Something you weren't sure would land?
I feel like I'm always taking bold risks in small ways, but in ways that as soon as they come out, they don't feel so bold anymore. Because, like any mountain, once you climb it, it feels like that wasn't really a mountain. Look at that mountain over there. And so I'm not patting myself on the back to be like, I'm a bold risk taker. But I feel like I'm often trying to challenge myself creatively, narratively, to do things that I haven't done before or I haven't seen before. And then once I do them, I've done them and seen them, and they don't seem that impressive or exciting.
So what's your next mountain?
I don't know. I'm excited to be working on this show. I hope we get many seasons because I enjoy actually the process of figuring a thing out and then figuring out how to make it more complicated for myself. And so I think, the first season of a show is really, figuring out what the show is and telling your audience what the show is. And then when it goes on for multiple seasons, then you get to, now you think you know what it is. What if we did this? Or what if we did this? How do we build on what we have and not just do the same thing over and over again? So I hope I get many opportunities to iterate on that process and rediscover what this show could be.
And actually, Annecy's festival might be the place where you'll find the map to your next mountains.
I hope so. Yes, I think what I love about this festival is that there are so many things from all over in all different directions. I think this is a great place to come if you need inspiration to be a little more daring.
If BoJack were here with us,
oh God, yes,
what would he ask you? If he could ask you something like right before the cameras, how would he tackle you?
I think he would say, "Who wants to talk to you? I'm the star."
Raphael, it was a real pleasure to have you with us. We have to cut it because you are awaited for the masterclass, and as we want to know, we are going to follow you and listen to you. But it's going to be a pleasure to see what seeds you bring to us today.
And look at this, my art is gone. It existed in the moment, and we'll always remember it, and now it's gone.
That's the way it is.
Thank you.